Hi Room 5, welcome back to Me on the Map. Today is actually our last day of Me on the Map, if you can believe it. So if you think back to when we read the original Me on the Map book, we started so small. We started with a map of our own house and the street name that we live on in this great big beautiful world. And then we moved a little bit further out to our city of Concord. And then we moved even further out to our beautiful golden state of California. And then we moved out to the United States of America, which is our country. And we paused to study America a little bit. And then we last did our continent of North America, which is the big piece of land that we live on in the world. If you remember, there are 7 of them. But now we're on to our actual world map. So in your Me on the Map book, you should have 2 pages. Actually, you have 3 pages left. These are 2 of them. There's a world map, and then there's our planet. And this atlas that I have here is actually really neat. I really like it. What it does is it shows us, sorry, pages are very large. Here we go. So this obviously is a picture of our world, and our world is a sphere, which means it's like a ball. You could hold it in your hand. The problem with trying to do a world map from a sphere is you can't see all the pieces. So oftentimes on maps, what they do is they do drawings where they flatten them. So they take this beautiful round earth and they kind of cut it in half, open it up, and flatten it so that we can see the whole world and all the pieces of land that are in it. Because if I just showed you a globe, all you can see is half that globe. And we want to be able to see all the land masses. And remember, there are 7 of them. So there's some different maps in here. This is the first one of the whole world. And this says it's the physical world, which physical things mean things like mountains and rainforests and wetlands. You could also say maybe it's the habitats. So you can really see all the different areas of the earth from this map, okay? But then on the next page, this is called the political map. And what that means is this has been broken down into all the countries. Okay, so our world from up above, if you were looking at us from outer space, would look more similar to this. It wouldn't have lines everywhere on it. This is actually how the countries are divided up, but we don't see those lines from outer space. So that is important to remember. So on your pages today, and if you don't have your Me on the Map book printed out, that's okay. You can always draw your own map, or you can definitely probably print one out from the internet. But this is what ours look like. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pause this video because I would like you to label our 7 continents. Each one needs to begin with an uppercase because those are their names. And you can color yours to match mine if you want. If we were in the classroom, we would color them all together to make them match. But obviously, since you're at home, you have some more choices and some more freedom than if you were at school and I could really boss you around, you know? So here is, I'm going to scoot you up just a little bit. Sorry about my finger. So you can see. So you might want to pause the video because you are labeling all 7 continents. Let me see if I can get this back up here. I'm sorry, it's all wibbly wobbly. Okay. So starting with ours, which is North America, and right below us is South America. And then this would be the Atlantic Ocean. You are more than welcome to label the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. The reason we didn't last year on this map was because we were labeling in Sharpie and the Sharpies were too thick. We couldn't fit it in. But if you're doing it in pencil, you definitely could. Then here we have Europe. And now what you have to do on Europe is you have to draw a line. You have to divide Europe and Asia because this is actually one giant landmass, but it's actually two continents. So what we did last year was we found this little sort of, I don't know, it kind of looked like a little finger sticking out. And on that side, we cut through with our Sharpie. Okay, so you have Europe and Asia, and then this landmass is Africa. And here's Australia. And then down here is Antarctica. And oftentimes we forget about Antarctica because it's the South Pole of the world. And it's always white on a map because it's covered in ice. So as soon as you get those labeled, you can turn this video back on. And then we're working on our planet page. And we did space at the beginning of the year. If you remember, in science, we studied space. And so for our space page or our planet page, we just need to say that we live on Earth. And then you can draw a picture of Earth. Of course, I colored outer space. And I did put some stars in there, which you could do. Your last page is a diagram of our planets. And there's not too much to do on here because it's already all labeled for you. The only thing that we did last year was we colored the sun orange and we colored Earth blue since it's the planet that has water. And then we highlighted Earth last year, but that was pretty much it. So this book of yours, your Me on the Map book, should be finished. And it's your first real report on geography and sort of where you live in the world. So it's really neat. And I'm so proud of you if you worked on it. I know it's hard doing these things apart from one another. But I love studying the globe and maps. And if you have a chance ever to get an atlas, Kimmy and Teddy have quite a few. And we love just keeping them out on the coffee table and looking through them because there are some pretty amazing places in this world. And hopefully someday you'll get a chance to head on out and adventure and travel to some of them. Okay? So I love you guys and I miss you and I'm so proud of you for your Me on the Map. But no matter where we are in the world or what we're studying in the world, there's no place like home. Bye.